It's fun. It's wild. It's Dad's Gone Crypto.
Welcome everybody to Dad's Gone Crypto. Last week I said Dad's Got Crypto. That'll be in the soon in the future. I keep getting it wrong. I'm manifesting good thoughts. So today's show, guys, we are speaking about a meme coin. You're like probably thinking, what the F? All right. And is Osaka, that is the meme coin we're talking about today, is it the new SHIB? Now, when I was introduced to Osaka, I'm like, oh my F, not another meme coin, not another one. So I'm like, okay, let me dive in a little bit deeper into this to see what it's about. And it was actually quite interesting, right? And we are going to take this trip together to find out a little bit more about Osaka and find out, is this something you should dabble or stay away from? All right, but before we get there, Ryan, you've had some craziness these past several weeks. How are you holding up? How are you keeping?
Well, doing all right.
Are you still in one piece?
Yes, barely, man. I'm too old for this stuff, but I've been. So we moved we moved my mother-in-law into a retirement community. A number of weeks ago, and I've been renovating her house to put it on the market here for the last 6 or 7 weeks now, and I'm tired. but no, it's going well.
So
just about ready to get on the market. So.
Good man. If you guys are looking for a renovator, someone that can paint and reach those corners, please, Ryan is available, but you got to pay in Bitcoin.
Definitely not available for that. However, if anybody's looking for a nice home in the Northeast Ohio area, I know where you can find a newly renovated one. So.
Should we turn it into our crypto pad?
Right.
Where the lads hang out.
Right.
Oh yeah.
How about you, Sean? What have you been up to?
Yeah, it's Friday. You know that song how it goes. So it's very for once. It feels good to be on a Friday and just exciting. There's like so many things that are happening. Every week we get to Friday and we're like, man, what a week, right? And it's exactly like that because the train is just flying, and there's so many things that has to get done, and it waits for no man. So it's this constant battle between doing things and putting things and validating, is my time well spent or should I put it on the back burner for now? Because everything needs your attention, but what do you need to prioritize? And that's that constant fighting and battle. But yeah, there's rugby this evening, South Africa versus New Zealand. We are going to smash the Kiwis. Not the Kiwis, it's Kiwis, yeah. We're going to smash the Kiwis. And it's always a clash because they technically won I would say the second best team in the world. If you're a Kiwi, they'll probably say they're the first. And then the World Cup's coming up soon, so that's going to be exciting. I'm also doing a bit of a barbecue tonight, or a braai, get some boerie rolls. It's like some traditional South African sausage on some rolls. It's going to be really awesome, and maybe a beer or two, or maybe some brandewijn. We'll see where the night goes.
Nice.
But summer's on its way, so I've got to just trim down on the alcohol, get nice and lean. Got to get out my little wife beater vests. So a lot of work to do.
Summer's almost over for me, so it's back to drinking beer again soon now. As if I stopped for the summer.
It's just the levels of quantity that vary.
Right. Yeah, it's almost football season. So.
Almost football. So let's clarify. Do you mean like soccer season or American football season?
Real football, American football.
Oh my goodness.
NFL football.
Americans. We will educate you once upon a time. You guys have got Messi now, and just ask him, what is it, football or soccer?
Definitely not soccer.
All right. Well, when the MLS, is it MLS? Yeah, a major
like
soccer
that.
league, MSL. Yeah. When the MSL league grows to bigger than the NFL, then we'll adopt the soccer version. Right. Anyways. So Ryan, let's get into meme coins. What exactly is a meme coin, and rate exactly out of 10, 10 being super crazy, 1 being woohoo, party like a rock star to get involved in it, and how risky is it, and do you put your house on it?
How risky is a meme coin? I mean, I'd say meme coin in general are probably, I don't know, 200 on that scale of 1 to 10 as far as risk goes. So, not something to bet your house on. Let's say that.
Yeah, or the dog. Maybe the wife if she's being naughty.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'll say I do have fun with meme coins. I do tend to throw a little bit of money in them here and there, and but it's all for fun. I mean, it's definitely wouldn't put anything more in there than I'd be willing to bet on my beloved Cleveland Browns here. Speaking of NFL football season coming. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's definitely just a gamble as far as meme coins go. But I mean, basically a meme coin. In case anybody out there doesn't know, I mean, they're basically just they're cryptocurrencies that are inspired by internet memes, jokes, satire. Their branding, their logos, their names. They're usually just for fun. They don't really have any specific use cases or anything like that. For the most part, meme coins are community driven, and they're just, they're there to build a community. And some of them take off. Some of them do really, really well. I mean, look at Dogecoin, look at Shiba Inu. You see some of these things that go from zero to, you could put $100 in it when it first started, and now all of a sudden you're a multi-millionaire, a couple years later. So it's possible, but yeah, it's not something I'd bet the farm on for sure.
100%. And the thing with a meme coin, probably the easiest way to explain it is it's fun, right? You're going into a casino, you're going there with your $100 or your $200. 9 out of 10 times or 9.5 out of 10 times you're going to lose, but you're going to go in there, have a bit of fun, have a bit of a drink. That there's a very, very, very slim chance that it's going to pay off. But in having said that, if you're at a roulette table and you got your $100 and you throw it on 23, which is my lucky number, and all of a sudden you win, it's that like, whoa, I'm just 23x'd up.
Right.
So it's exactly, you've got to treat it in that sense, right? If you treat it any other way, all right, yeah, it's not a good idea.
All right, so if meme coins are just this big casino and, 90% of them fail, or probably more than that, let's say 99.9% of them fail, then why the hell are we talking about them, Sean?
Well, if we just take a little story of Shiba Inu, right? And it was also a meme coin. Now, remember, it's a project that the community gets behind. Not just a few people, but thousands and thousands of people with deep pockets. They get involved, and everybody's throwing in money, and it drives the price through the roof, right? And Shiba was one of those, right? And everybody's like, oh, it's so high, let me sell. So they bought for like $50, sold at about $325, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it goes supernova. I don't know how, it went viral. But if you had that $325 when you first started with Shiba, all right, you would have had $20 million at the peak of when it hit. It's like, you have to try to understand this. It sounds like, oh, that's too good to be true. This is 10x is all I want. 100x is I'm a maverick. But to go 20 million, it's unheard of, right? And think about the guys that just launched Pepe. Pepe launched a month and a bit ago. And there too, if you bought in early, you wouldn't have been 20 million, but you would definitely be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's like looking for that gem that could it go to that next Shiba, right? Could it go to that next level? And it's almost like this domino effect. As you get this motion going, this wave comes, and then the following waves, and then it just compounds on top of each other. So we're looking for that next year, and I must say I've always hated meme coins, right? But I've dabbled in the last 2 or 3 months in a little bit, and in fact in the channel that Frost posted this link of Osaka, and I'm like, okay, let me have a little whiz over here, a little look, right. And when you get to know the project a little bit deeper, you're like, wait a minute, this is slightly different from the traditional means. And you start to think, could this, right? And that sparks the whole research journey to say, all right, should we dabble in it? Remember, still a casino coin, but is it one of those machines in the corner that never get used and it's like, it could do the payday? Who knows? Who knows? So what are meme coins and what are they all about? Let's dive into a couple of reasons to the understanding of what a meme coin is in a traditional sense. Then we're going to smash in it. What is Osaka? What it's about? What are they doing? How they're different? All right, then we'll wrap up with that warning. Do your own homework.
Always end up with that warning. So
yeah,
we're definitely not telling anybody to go out and buy the memes, but at the same time,
no.
It is a lot of fun. But no, I mean, just speaking of memes in general, as I mentioned before, I mean, memes are, for the most part, they're all about community, right? They're all about community engagement. Basically, the good ones, right? The memes that are out there that actually go somewhere usually build a large following, and they usually build a following of passionate people that, get out there and they're spreading the word about them. Sometimes that comes from a lot of times that comes from just, those initial marketing dollars and they're just throwing it out there. But sometimes these things build, really organically, and the organic ones are kind of what I think are really, really cool. When you just take a very small idea and put it out there and it just starts gaining momentum and gaining traction, and, over time, more and more people start jumping into these things. The whole idea behind it, really, the community aspect, is that you're building this community where people can belong to something, and they come in and they can participate in discussions, they can collaborate on ideas, and just get out there and speak their mind, which is sometimes a really cool thing for these meme type communities. So meme coins usually have, basically a low barrier of entry. You're usually buying in for just a little bit of money and you're getting a ton of tokens. Doesn't really mean a whole lot because, it's more based on the market cap of that token. But at the same time, it gives people FOMO. People come in and they think, oh my God, I can buy 1 billion tokens for $20. What if this thing goes to $1? It's all a bunch of craziness, but at the same time, it does kind of build that hype around something when somebody can buy a whole bunch of it really cheap.
Also experimental innovation, right? Because these guys are starting off from a low base. Either they got a bit of capital to start the project or they don't have capital to start the project, but they have to be sort of innovative in the space, because how do you grow a community? Crypto is all about that army, right? The Osaka army or the Shiba army or the, whatever, the World Mobile Army. I had to put that in there. And what type of army are you trying to grow? But you can't have an army of just 50 people. So the innovative technologies need to be implemented to say, all right, let's try this. Oh, that works. All right, let me try for another project. Oh, that's technology that we've built. Now we build a platform around it. And so it's experimental, it's social experimentation, and it's there to help grow communities, because the power of communities can drive anything, right? And obviously you need them to go viral, but also it's not just collecting a bunch of people in a chat. It's about building that relationship where you can go in there and feel like home, right? And each army appeals to a certain type of person. And when you're in there and you're talking about the same things, it's like my buddy's over there, let's chat about this. You feel more comfortable in that space, and it allows you to engage. And I think that's the main thing. Viral marketing. Meme coins are often leveraged viral marketing strategies, which often relate to like humorous memes or funny ways to depict, so they try and use these funny meme JPEG videos to kind of capture that audience, to say that was funny, you made my day, let me share it with my buds, right, which is my network. And once again, viral marketing is about how do I connect with Ryan and his community and his network. He can have a night with the boys, right, his mates, and he can start talking about things, they'll be very interested. I can come there and start talking about things and they'll be like, okay, but who is this guy, right? I don't have the authority in his circle of friends and vice versa until I integrate myself into that community, we build up a bit of trust. Then I say, hey guys, have you heard of this? They're like, oh, no, I haven't. They feel a little bit more comfortable. And that's exactly what the community is. Building these mini networks to build a mass network that can move basically markets up and down.
Yeah, absolutely. And memes have, even though we say they're kind of useless, at the same time, some of them do. Some of them bring some different ideas in. Some of them have charitable initiatives, so basically they're going to donate a bit of the proceeds or whatever else. Maybe if they're a taxed meme, they're going to donate some of the taxes to different charities that the communities decide on. They also have a purpose of, honestly, just getting people into crypto. Look at Dogecoin brought so many people into crypto in the last cycle because, somebody, they started talking about it on Reddit or something like that. And, everybody just started jumping into it. Right. But a lot of those people, jumped in way too high. They lost money and they're probably out for for the foreseeable future. But at the same time, it's kind of a learning opportunity, right? You can get in super cheap. You can participate in meme coin communities, and you can really learn a lot about crypto in general in those communities. Just getting out there and talking to people a lot. So it's I don't know. I think memes are. They can be very good for crypto in general, just for bringing the masses in. And they give crypto a bad name in some regards, but a lot of times it is just about building that community and just kind of bringing new people in, which is a lot of fun. I have fun with meme coins. So,
Ryan, Doge, did Doge start off as a meme coin, or did it start off as technology?
It started out as a joke, actually. Doge, Doge. The original developer of Doge, I believe he took a picture of his Shiba Inu, his dog, or at least he saw a dog. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was his dog, and he took a picture of it, and he was basically making fun of Bitcoin. He said, "Look, this is now we have Dogecoin instead, and it really just was a joke." But then it turned into a movement. Dogecoin turned into not just a joke, not just a meme, but an actual movement in the crypto industry, which is pretty cool.
Elon Musk adopted it as well and
right.
said it's it's something that he wants to incorporate into Tesla. So you can buy a Boring Company. You can buy items on the Boring Company. And also, he's now looking at payment transactions with it as well, right? So it's how something where he took a picture of his dog, he said, look at this, Bitcoin, now everyone has a coin. Then the technology caught up because the funds were available to innovate in that space. And watch this space, see what happens with new X, we call it Tesla X. What do you call it?
X, yeah,
Twitter
I don't know.
X.
Well,
yeah, X, yeah.
It was Twitter. Now it's X or something else. I don't know. Plus, he says X is going to be the place to go on the internet. So we'll see what happens. But if Doge is the payment system for X, that could be really, really huge for it. So.
Yeah, then you're going to see that spike very much higher. Now, also with meme coins, you can expect volatility. So it's a learning curve to get into the space. So it's a very fast way to understand the pain points of crypto, right? So if you choose the wrong meme coin, it's going to go up. You're like, woo! And then you just literally go get a cup of coffee. You come back and you're like, where did my my money go, right? It's that quick, right? So it's always having the philosophy that if it goes up and it pumps high, you're like, whoa, look at this. Take out your initial and a bit of profit, right? So that if it comes crashing down, you still got your money out. So you can play another coin or do something else with it. But often greed sets in, well, if it just goes to one more X here or another 5X there, you're like, no. It's very, very seldom that it shoots up to $20 million, right? That's why you don't sell it all. There's always that small portion that you keep behind just in case. So expect the high volatilities and expect the learning curves. So dads that are getting into the space will quickly learn how to buy, how to sell, how to quickly trade, how to get out, and go through all those emotions associated with crypto. It's actually just preparing you for a bull market. Meme coins are like living in a bull market. It's just crazy. So just be careful of the volatility in that space. And then entertainment value, right? So it's through that community, you meet some people. Now you're talking about the coin. You kind of build like a little mini tribe. And hey, have you seen this? Have you seen that? So it's a nice social way of getting to know people in a virtual space, but at the same time have a same common goal. We want to make money in crypto, but at the same time, the building relationships is good. And who knows who I meet, and who knows what that relationship can hold in the future for perhaps building other things. You might have guys experience, we meet some crazy people in one of the clubs that we belong to, and they're from all walks of life. The one guy's got restaurants, the other guy is building crypto, the other guy is basically on an island, he almost owns the island, it's just waiting for a bull market, Coach K. So there's a lot of interesting people that we meet that you wouldn't ordinarily have met if you weren't in that little inner circle. So there's a lot of entertainment and possibly business value that can be brought from it.
Absolutely.
So now we get on to Osaka coin. All right, let's get on to some meat of the story. What is Osaka coin, Ryan?
Well, Osaka is a new big meme that everybody's talking about, right? And the cool thing is, right now it's actually really small. Osaka, it's been around for a few months. I think it launched in April, and it was really kind of an unknown. They fair launched. I don't think there was a lot of hype around it. I know people were talking about it, but there wasn't a ton of hype around it. And there were a whole lot of rumors circulating that Osaka was being done by the developers of Shiba Inu. But it wasn't announced in any way, and it was very kind of hush hush.
Speculation,
but yeah, but there were just these rumors, and we started hearing things about the developers of Shiba Inu have come up with this new Osaka, the black what are they calling it, the black Shiba. Anyway, so basically the beginning of it, it's set up to be a decentralized finance initiative that it aims to create an environment of equality and shared responsibility. So it's basically promoting the concept of ownership percentage equates to one's level of responsibility and influence within the project. So it's an interesting concept. They're basically what they're going for is true decentralization. So, they're, rather than being run by a few developers, which is basically how almost every meme coin is. Meme coins, they're usually run by a few developers. You never know if they're going to rug the project. Usually a meme coin comes out and all the developers' buddies have sniped up a whole bunch of the supply early. That's kind of what memes are about. That's kind of how they go flying. Now Osaka's been a little bit different because Osaka was launched and it really hasn't gone crazy yet. It had a real nice run, and it's come back down to a pretty good entry level, in my opinion. Again, this is not financial advice at all. This is a meme coin. Can't say one way or another what this is going to do, but at the same time, it didn't have that huge hype train. So I kind of like what they're doing, and it doesn't look like they're going crazy, like spending a ton on marketing and all that kind of thing. They've built a pretty cool system, in order to bring people into the fold and kind of make them a part of the community and get them to go out there and talk and kind of build this thing organically. I think it's kind of a cool concept. And it's a little bit different from what we've seen in the past.
Ryan, and this name Ryoshi, right, seems to be popping up quite a bit. Who is Ryoshi?
All right, so that was the rumor mill, right? At the beginning, that was kind of the rumor mill that Ryoshi was basically the founder of Shiba Inu, and main developer. So there were these rumors that Ryoshi was in this, right? And they sent, Osaka sent like 50% of their supply to Ryoshi's wallet. So everybody said, what's going on here? When I should go back a little bit. When Shiba Inu, first came out, Shiba Inu sent like 50% of their supply to Vitalik, the creator of one of the creators of Ethereum. Now Vitalik basically just dumped it. I mean, he dumped it on the market, which was basically what made it, go way down. Now Osaka's taken this a little different, and they sent it to Ryoshi's wallet. And so that's where these rumors started at the beginning that, maybe he's part of this, maybe he has something to do with this. But anyway, Ryoshi was the founder of SHIB, and, he's completely anonymous. Nobody knows who Ryoshi really is. At least, well, I'm sure some do, but in general, the public does not know who Ryoshi really is. But with Shiba Inu, he had this vision for true decentralization. So a completely decentralized token that is run by the community. Shiba Inu seems to have maybe gone a little off of that. And so there's speculation that Osaka is kind of this next chance, this next idea to have true decentralization.
100%. It almost kind of feels that, Shiba has let their community down with a couple of hacks on their bridges, and, they feel that, true decentralization, maybe this wouldn't have happened. There's still some chiefs that are running the show, and they feel maybe that they've lost the vision of Ryoshi. And Osaka want to make it clear that if you don't put in the effort, you don't get rewarded. So, yeah, just what makes Osaka different from other meme coins? Well, they claim that there's no developers or developer supply. So generally when you start a project, like I'm a developer, I should take 15%, and you've got 5 developers and they all take a little bit. And you're like, okay, as soon as it pumps, they're going to dump, right? And then they're going to go live on an island, and who cares about the community? Well, they're saying, well, there's no dev supply other than that 50% that was sent to Ryoshi, which is like a dead wallet, if I'm not mistaken. So there's also no early friends.
I believe Ryoshi is like, there's a plan to actually burn that 50% of the supply. I don't think it's actually been burned yet. From what I understand, okay. I think the last time I checked anyway, Ryoshi's going to burn this. There's the rumor mill is out there talking, but I think it's still an active wallet. And I believe it's going to get sent off to burn soon. I just don't know when.
Yeah, and I think that also makes sense because the 100% of the initial LP, I think they put in 10 ETH as liquidity to start the project. Then they took 50% out. That's correct. And then they said obviously they're going to burn it. Which, if you think about it right now, as it stands, you buy at this level, right? If they burn 50% of the supply, right, that becomes the baseline. So anybody new coming in will push it higher, but it'll always come back to your initial. So that's very interesting because that could push the price up dramatically in a short space of time, especially half the supply.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so another thing that they want to that they made sure of is that generally when you start a project, like you lean on your friends and your family for advice and support and all that type of stuff, and you're like, all right, thank you for helping me. Here's 1% of the supply. Yeah, you can buy early before anybody else gets in. So you tell one mate, and then all of a sudden you got like 50 friends you didn't know about all in, and they tell 50 friends, and next minute you have these people sniping and getting in early, and now you want to launch this project, and you're like, oh shit, all these guys are waiting for their pump so they can dump, right? So it happens. It happens all the time, right? So they didn't do that, right? They airdropped some of the tokens, to some of their loyals. But also what they believe is that if you want to be a developer, so you want to have ownership of Osaka, and you want 1%, so you buy 1% of the supply, you have 1% ownership in the dev format, right? That means you also have 1% responsibility, all right, to make shit happen. All right, if you want it listed on something, go do it. If you want, to build something on it, go do it. Right? They're saying, don't ask. There's no one to ask. Can get some to do something. You have to take that initiative to go ahead and to create that hype. If you want the price to go up, sell burn some of your Osaka. All right, it's crazy to think that way, but if everybody just burnt a little bit, the value would go up, right? So that's also what they're trying to say is that we want to give you ownership. And now if you have, let's say, a team of developers and they've got 50 members that are helping them because now there's funds coming in, they have resources, it is only 55 people. What happens if you have 1,000 people all working towards the same common goal? What happens if you have 5,000 people? What happens if you have an army of people just building and doing and pushing this project? How quickly can it grow, right? Every corner of the earth, there could be a Osaka ambassador, handing out stickers, having a cocktail called Osaka, whatever, get 50% off your meal by showing that you own some tokens, whatever. It starts that process of being creative in the space, but it's not relying on 55 people with time constraints. It's relying on thousands of people that potentially could have, a big impact in the market.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what does it mean to own Osaka, Ryan?
Well, I guess so basically the way they've set this up, they're looking for people to buy it and hold it. I mean, obviously that's what, that's what most meme coins want, but because there's no like developer behind it, right? It's truly decentralized. They're saying, buy and hold and you become part of the community, right? You become part of the ownership of Osaka protocol, and you become one of the developers. So the idea behind it is to not only become part of the community, but as you were saying before, actually build the project. So, and I mean, it's a really powerful thing to think that, as you just said, thousands of people out there building new ideas and building new protocols into the project. It could be very, very cool.
100%, and all leading towards their decentralized. You go to Cardano and say, hey, Cardano, you can't just do what you want on Cardano. You got to get permission. There's hierarchy. If you look at any of the other stuff, you have to get permission. You got to speak to the devs. If you want to launch any marketing campaign, you have to try get the email address, try contact someone, and more than likely you're not going to get it because they don't really answer. So now they're saying, well, don't wait for me. Go ahead and do it. So it's when I started to read the research on this, and it's like, or the content on what it's about, it's a different way of thinking, right? And now I'm trying to piece together this puzzle piece that could this be something that I'll throw $100 into, right? Because now I'm thinking, okay, there's 50% they haven't burned yet. If they do that, price should go up, right? Cool. Then the second part is decentralized. There's not really there's not any top level guys that can just, rug pull the whole project. And now they're potentially from Shiba community that they're unhappy with that way. So they've obviously learned a lot of stuff in that space that they may be reappropriating in this new space, but better, almost like a little reset or restart. And then, of course, they're getting getting influencers behind them to try promote this product. So it seems very, very interesting and could possibly something that you add to your dad sacks.
Yeah, quite possibly. It is cool too. It's cool that they're not out there, spending. We mentioned it before, but they're not out there spending millions of dollars on advertising. They're doing this through the community, and they're just saying, hey, take ownership of it. You bought in, take ownership of it, get out there and talk about us. And it's a cool idea. I like it. I mean, a lot of communities do that, but they're taking a whole nother level here and basically saying, listen, you own the project, push it. Get out there and tell people about it. So it looks like it is a truly community driven project, which is, pretty interesting.
100%.
Oh, you know what? There's something I forgot to mention too. Yeah. When it was first beginning, I forgot to mention the fact that they actually gave, they had an airdrop to start this thing out. And that airdrop was for anybody that bought SHIB early. So if you bought Shiba Inu early and you sold too early and didn't get those huge gains, they gave you an airdrop of Osaka token. I completely forgot that that's how this thing started, which was actually, that's a really cool idea. They were calling them Shiba Sad Boys, I think, is what they were calling it on the website. And if you were a Shiba Sad Boy, that sold your holdings before it actually took off, they gave you an airdrop of Osaka, which that's kind of how they got the community started. And I thought that was a really cool concept.
I think there was a lot of people that were.
There were a lot of Shiba sad boys.
Well, it's a very clever way of marketing, and this is the innovative space. But speaking of rewards, there's currently a competition going on from Osaka that the link's down in the column below. So you click it, you go to their portal, and there's a couple of things that you need to do. Jump through hurdles, like subscribe to their Twitter, do that, and you get these experience points. And the top 100 people that are ranked with these experience points will earn a stake in I think it's a few million or billion tokens that are available. Works out to about $3,000 to $5,000 worth of tokens, depending on the time of the market. So that top 100 will be eligible for that. So if you want to know more about that, just click the link below and sign up. And it's as easy as pie. I've been playing around quite a bit with it. I think I'm ranked top 23, which is my favorite number. Today's the day. It's a sign. I should be in the top 10 soon. Now the competitive side of me is coming out. It's like, nice. Come on now. So I've just got to figure out how to create a song and some visuals. So I'm really stretching my creative side here. But you know what? Free tokens, I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah, very cool.
So
how long is that going on?
And guys,
I'm sorry. How long is that?
So there's 20 days left.
Okay.
All right. So I want everybody to start in 5 days' time. So don't go to right now. Don't click on that link just yet. 5 days' time, just so I can get a little bit of head start, so I can get some more tokens than you. All right.
That's great.
All right, but maybe what we'll do is if I do end up in the top 100, maybe we put some of those tokens into the dad sacks. Remember those dad sacks we were talking about, guys? We're going to collect some coins, put it into. We've got something awesome in the pipeline. Super excited. We're just busy building it. It's a lot of work. Damn it. So it's a very cool thing, and so we want to get you guys more involved in the community. We want to reward you. So we want to collect some of these gems now in a bear market, keep them for a bull market, and when those bags are heavy, we say, all right, guys, top leader here, the guys that have been loyal through that, bear market, we award you with some tokens, and hopefully that will add to your next journey in crypto. So we're busy with that, but we'll release more of the information soon. Cool. Excellent. And then, guys, just also remember, please, this is do your own research. This is not financial advice. Treat meme coins as if you're going into a casino. I've got $100 or $50 or whatever. You're going to lose, right? But if I got a little strategy going, if I got a little stick to my little game plan, perhaps my odds are a little bit better, right? The strategy for meme coins is do your effing homework, right? Figure it out. See what's normal. See what's not normal. See if it's, and speak to people that are more educated than you, right? And that way you can learn and see. We're getting advice from obviously guys that are, a little bit more smarter than us in the space. And we're like, okay, I don't trust you with my car, my house, and my wife, but I'll take that information and maybe do some of my own work and then relay it back into some practical advice, like buy a little bit or don't buy a little bit. It's up to you. So make sure you do your homework, and good luck, and
Absolutely. Yeah, nothing we ever say on here is financial advice, ever. But if we're talking about meme coins, please quadruple that.
Yeah, exactly. The only time you really need to listen to us when we're teaching you how to make a steak. Why?
There you go. I could teach you how to smoke some whiskey or make a steak, and I'll say that's real advice.
Mind you, that's something we need to add to the show here.
Right? You're right. It's about time. We should start doing some fun stuff.
A masterclass with Crypto Dad Ryan.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, that time of the day, evening, wherever you are, it's Dad's Got Jokes. And last week I won by default.
Wow.
I just heard people laughing. I don't know, it was the voices in my head.
Tells a joke to himself and says he won.
I'll take it as a win. On my wall over here, I've got these little lines that I'm crossing out. I'm not complaining. Anything's a win, yeah? So we'll see. All right, Ryan, since you were aloof a few days ago, you will get to go first.
All right.
And then I'll go second.
All right, are you ready?
Go for it.
So Did you hear about the Mexican magician who could turn invisible on the count of 3? He said, uno, dos, and he disappeared. He vanished without a trace.
Ryan, can we take a sample of? I think it's the fumes from that paint. Just blame the paint.
Come on, man. That one's funny if you know Spanish. If you know trace is 3 in Spanish, come on, it's funny. All right, I got to explain my joke, so it's bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. You could have got an intro first to the lesson in language. Duolingo. Please use Duolingo for this joke. All right. So, there we go. My jokey joke. Where do you find a cow with no legs? Wherever you left it.
I like that one. All right, you win.
Yes! 2, baby!
Good job.
You deserve lots of beer for that.
That was a good one.
They're good old dad jokes. All right, guys. And that concludes our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. A short little session. But every now and again, we find these little gems. And just do your homework and enjoy your weekend and have lots of fun. And we'll tune in next week. Don't forget to subscribe to @DadsGoneCrypto on Twitter and Telegram. Come join the chat. Bring your friends. Like and subscribe. And we'll chat soon.
See you guys.
Ciao.
The material and information presented in this recording are for entertainment purposes only. Do not misconstrue what you hear as investment or trading advice. Always do your own research. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed by the guests on this recording are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of Dad's Gone Crypto or its hosts.